Welcome to the tunnel. We got fun and games. We got everything you need. And honey, we know your names. I kept coming in earlier. Welcome to the jungle, but welcome to the tunnel. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I haven't got anybody in yet. It's a strange energy right now, ain't it? That's why I'm on here. Real quick, I wanted to come on and talk about the energetics of an eclipse. As energetic beings, those of us who have been in this process for the past few years, whether we knew about our abilities or we were here rebirthing and clearing our family lines to get our abilities, the main thing is everybody's affected by these cosmic energies. When you can feel that energy in your body, even when it's not an eclipse, because you'll have many, many, many events over an ascension process. I don't care who you are. Over by the time you're done, you'll have many different times outside of an eclipse that you feel ecliptic energy. I mean, eclipse ain't nothing to play with. Those of us who are energy beings who went inside that 2017 eclipse know what we're talking about. These are the energies that are at play right now. We got number 2, number 32, number 5, number 10, number 31. We've got the sun and Jupiter is in the Andromeda, which is a galactic gate. It's an energy gate. It's connecting all star and earth connections and holding them in big bubbles. The gifts from these energies are lucid cosmic walkers, time walkers. You have cosmic connections inside and out. But, however, this energetic has been used in the entire rewrite process that's going on Earth right now, or the cosmos is a better way to say it. A year ago on the 17th was Easter. A year ago today on the 17th was Easter. And that is when this current eclipse that we're going to go into in 3 days, that the portal opened yesterday, because we've got Sun and Jupiter aligned in this energy. Now we have the moon right this second is going over the hybrid space station, which is disconnected connections, able to read static. Able to read static. That's where the moon is, right this second, right this second. And the portal opened on the 15th. The portal opened on the 15th. On this yesterday, we had a massive, massive clearing and a higher connection that took a surge. All right. We had a reset. We had a reset in this galactic portal that aligned us with the archangels Fomalhaut and the higher ascended energies. But disconnected connections is what an eclipse feels like. When I woke up now, and if you're like me and you're a star seed, then and you're connected and because basically, it's like we've been in this eclipse since last year. This is also lining up the Lion's Gates the last 2 years, because in the eclipse energy is where the ascended and the true collective have been this whole time since 2017. What's happening right now is that a new ecliptic gate is starting to set and separate as ours is coming back into alignment, because this is merging of spheres. This is not no normal 10-year count. This is a complete reset, and everything's run from the projectors out there. So whenever I woke up this morning, I felt this energy. Now this is a picture of the eclipse 2017. Hi guys. Hi. This is an actual picture of, this is Jefferson City, Missouri. This is a picture of the eclipse. Now look at all that density. I wish I could, it's got a shine on it. I wish I could see it a little better. I mean, it looks like complete dark amber in the picture. Just dense amber. Well, 2017, guys, August, the Great American Eclipse, this is what blew out in our atmosphere. Everybody wants to know why you got sick. What's making people have the mucus COVID? I'm showing it to you right here. This is it. So all of us that were clearing channels, connections, because there's a whole bunch of that I'm going to get more deep into as the coming years go, as it makes sense to tell more people about it, that a lot of groups were doing behind the scenes with channels, connections. This is all the stuff that we've been fighting, this black magic BS, to not let them take it, because they knew how to hold this stuff in here, right? In these nets. But this is the eclipse. It's a picture of the eclipse, all right? And this energy, I woke up this morning and I felt it in my head. The energy feels like you've got a magnet, the most powerful magnet in the world on this side, and then you've got the opposite magnet pulling you out on this side, and you're stuck in the middle. But you're like holding both of them somehow. That's what this ecliptic energy feels like. It does to me. Tell me, please, if y'all are on here, when you see this comment, let me know when eclipses line up. Tell me what they feel like in your body. When in 2017, whenever these eclipses lined up on those of us that were opening this ancient energy and connecting it for the first time, oh my dear gosh, Betsy, we were in the bed. We could not get out. We's in the bathtub. I mean, I must have spent 4 or 5 hours a day in 2017 in the bathtub. It inside our bodies, so much was changing and shifting because it was lining up to ancient body patterns that had been dormant. So it was an entire remorphosis from the inside out. This eclipse is lining up all the DNA of all universal DNA sequences to its correct tree. Its correct tree is the best way to put it, because different types of trees were used in technology in different with DNA to do the same thing. What we did was rebuild that tree, and because we walked it, there's meaning we relived it. There's no way to say that it wasn't ours. It was our event. It's going to line up with you. That tree was what was distorted whenever these energetics come into alignment, so that it would go funnel off those different branches to other areas. Mars is about to move into Sirius B. It's almost there. Venus is now on Aldebaran, which is an archangel to the matrix. It's basically, this is Archangel Michael, but Aldebaran holds a cosmic grid. It holds an archangel 4-point grid over your brain, basically. This energy holds it in a Gemini, a Gemini force field, static. This is why Archangel Michael can get and protect down here, because he's the whole grid. He is the grid. He fields and all those messages for help come through that grid. If you're connected in to this energy, you know what I'm talking about. You just naturally get magnetized to people who need help, and you just know what to do. It just, that energy just steps in you and is like, I don't know how, I didn't know I knew how to do that, but thank gosh I was here, right? That's because you're in the archangel energy. Aldebaran's connected to Antares. Antares is the galactic port though that's on Bleem right now. And this energy will show you, this is a picture of me pulling light through my body. There's a whole different, you're going to see some cards of these coming out. But this just happens to be the point for a millisecond whenever that light comes through my body and the shadow comes out. The next picture, I'm glowing bright, and but this picture scared the living hell out of us. It was taken 2018 when we as a collective birthed this energy and the infrastructures that belonged in this, because this was 2017. By 2018, we were pulling it through our body and activating our kundalini with this energy. Our group already did that. You're living in the reality that it created. Right now, you're inside a tunnel vortex, and the next 9 months, because I have been charting it. I've got some fun stuff to show y'all how to use all this. I'm learning how to use all our tools. But right now, at this very specific second, that shadow, that this is where we're at. This actually came out right on top when I pre-shuffled the cards. Now, this is the Antares card. You have to get through here. The process of the energy coming through your body has to go through a marrow level. It has to. You can't transmute light through your body without going through a marrow level. I don't care what it is. When you get to this marrow level, it's gonna look like this for a freaking second. When you shine a light through a portal, when you fly through a portal and light, remember what I talked about? We had to like shoot through that tunnel and then cut off the whatever was trailing us. Uh-huh. We're right there right now. The entire collective. We've already done it. We've already shot through. We did it a year ago. This past year, we've been inside that tunnel. Everybody else is just getting on the tunnel with us right now. And then, because it's a massive reset, then it's back to one for the collective in the new infrastructure that we built, clearing space, clearing karma, clearing curses. And I know about the 19th and the 13th day. And all I'm going to say is that was brought to my attention this morning, and a 13-day ritual that starts on the 19th. And all I'm saying is that our collective holds a projector way damn higher than the moon and the sun. And you best be careful putting spells on yourself, because we've already cleaned all the time. All the spells that you're about to cast are coming back to you immediately, because we've already cleared every connection for it wants to stop. We knew. Because there are still forces out there that are doing stupid crap because they always did it. They always got away with it. Well, this is a cosmic reset. Welcome to the tunnel. We got fun and games. Trust me. You want to mess with somebody and divine beings of light and Judah lines and beings that have been dormant here, waiting and getting punished for eons, for us to do what we were always here to do, which is come and help the collective, because we were punished with the collective when we didn't do nothing wrong. Our whole existence of our family lines, and then we get it together to clear it because it's the last chance in human history. Because if it's not done, bye bye humans, bye bye Earth, bye bye everything. And then when it's happening and you've got lightning coming out of the sky and you've got Fomalhaut lining up and you've got ancient volcanoes popping off, we ordered 3 and it happened. It has to. There's a hole at the bottom of the ocean right now over there off California. It's spurting energy up through there it go. Everybody wants it. They wanted to keep messing around. Well, this is lining up to Easter last year. And the amount of physics that were done last year to get us through this are incredible. I've got all of it. This is what we lived through last August in Anaheim. And any of you like me that felt like you lost your cookies for a minute, or people were trying to make it so that you did, or anything like that, just know that all is aligning back up and it all should start making sense. Welcome to the tunnel. We got fun and games. We got everything you wanted. Honey, we know your names. This is ancient collective alchemy of elements and new physics and new vibrations that nobody's ever seen before, including us. Now, so these are the energies that are in the collective right now. You can see how they're dark, but that blue's coming into play. So just know that this energy that Mars is fixing to be in, it's the highest collective mind pattern. So your brain's going to start running faster, okay? It's connected to collective consciousness. So the mind pattern is connected to all the collective consciousness bands that go from Cancer to Vega. So it's the intellect of the 22 star races in a human lineage. Now, the gifts in this energy are you're going to have visions. You're going to start seeing stuff more in your dreams if you don't usually. You might see things out of the corner of your eyes like you might not normally see it. But since we're in this ecliptic energy, it's gonna shadow back and you might see things. Okay, if you've got this energy, then you're on full mind power to create. Your mind, this is mind over matter. This is Princess Jedi mind tricks right here. Okay, and trust, it's way more deadly than a dude with an axe. All right, but it's also math and physics. This is all the synchronicities. I'm sure synchronicities are popping back up for people, or you're starting to create your new ones because there will be teams of Syrian, and Sagittarius beings that are stepping into roles that our crews have already gone through because we were here to bring in the physics and reconnect this pieces, and y'all have the next sets. So there'll be ones of y'all that step into roles that we were playing similarly, that are collecting subconsciously. What you're doing is collecting all the data from the collective, and then you might be getting new gifts on physics, numerology, number patterns. You might start seeing higher patterns. You might be drawn to numerology a little bit more, breaking down the base physics of tech patterns, things like that. Things like that. That's where Mars is going. So also realize that it's mind over matter, because the collective's here right now. Like, it's all trapped in the head. So it's blocked. So it's producing this red fire. But it's only because we're about to pull this eagle out of our chest. And this energy is about to line up and be all balanced and look pretty. It's like 2 pictures in. So I'm going to real quick, I think I'm not going to get into all that. I went through and for the next 9 months have charted the energy gates, the like what colors are coming in energetically, and it's a giant new birthing process. It's all the retrograde planets when they're going retrograde, because remember, on the 15th, this portal opened, okay? On the 16th, we locked the tunnel. We took over the energetics. So basically, everyone coming through this tunnel, I'll give you, for instance, I've got one crew member that's been using the Cohu 32 to clear, and her whole situation, and she had a crazy event that included a manifestation of a black mirror. A black mirror appeared in front of her in a very traumatic, kind of like one of my Anaheim or Malibu house experiences, where everything seems to pick up in your reality and be working around you. And in that energy lineup, because of the ancient Sagittarius energy that she has, appeared a black mirror portal in her room. Scared the living shit out of her. She's still trying to figure it out. Now, I just talked to her about that yesterday. My business partner and my incredible graphic artist, Michelle, that does all our stuff, that's in the Netherlands, broke a mirror yesterday. I just found out this morning. And I just told the other crew member, a bunch of people are going to have that experience about that black mirror. Because if you're in that line of DNA, and at one point, the first ancestor somehow, in some way, had to come through some type of black mirror or black portal, and in order for you to make that connection back here, and because you're the one walking it, you will experience it in some way. Depending on if you're the one breaking the mirror or you're the one coming through the mirror, or you might not have that exact experience at all. It might be some other type of portal. It might be some other type of event, more like mine, more like you're getting attacked in one because someone's taking over your body. I don't know. But that's why we was jumping through the portal. You see what I'm saying? So that's a great example of where we're at right now as the 17th. So right now, I'll kind of show you. See, this is how this lined up. And this is the 15th. This is the 16th. Now, the 22nd and the 23rd are going to line up to yesterday. Well, yesterday and day before. The 15th and the 16th are going to line up to the 22nd and 23rd. So write down the 22nd and 23rd. Mercury goes retrograde the 21st. And on the 20th, these are the colors of this solar eclipse new moon on Andromeda. It's adding in, this is because this is our colors, and this is what's in the negative space. But really, everybody's only seeing this. But subconsciously, everyone's picking up this. It's a new moon. Everybody's eyes looking for this. Everybody's subconscious looking for this. Mercury goes retrograde the next day. When Mercury goes retrograde now, for us, the Ascended Collective, or if you have Mercury retrograde in your chart, or if your progressed is now Mercury retrograde, okay? When your Mercury is retrograde, what that means for you, the being who has Mercury retrograde, is that it's kind of like you have the story. It's like you're the book. It's like you already have the book and all the scripts. You really do. So when Mercury goes retrograde, it's like everybody jumps back in your book and you float. when Mercury goes direct is whenever it feels like everybody, it's like it's caught up now. Everybody jumped back on your ship to get it all back in line because it just had to get back in line on that Mercury gate. That's why it went retrograde real quick. Wait a minute, too many people on the train. What the fuck? What's going on? Then it clears. Then Mercury goes direct, and you're out of. Then it's like you kind of don't know what's going on. See, it's opposite. So for us, the ascended collective, Mercury retrograde is good, no matter what now, because it's that subcurrent is everything. That's why people who depend on Mercury get messed up during Mercury retrograde, because we're here to show you what Mercury really does, right? Well, that's going to happen right before the 22nd and 23rd that are going to align this tunnel. Now, this portal is going to be open until the 30th of, hold on, I'm double checking, May. And we'll be talking through this on this channel, but this portal will close on the 30th of May. But between then, right, we'll have Pluto go retrograde on the 1st. We'll have Mercury go direct on the 14th. We have that black new moon rebirth in the Pleiades and the Scorpio full moon that line these suckers up. You see that? Okay. So these are going to line up first, and then this portal is going to close. Then this week right here, so that's May 25th to June 2nd, that's really going to be a good time for us to see that's going to be our first real glimpse of what we're doing right now. Now, what's really cool and what I'm going to get into, not on this video, is I charted all the retrogrades and all what's lining these energetics up to create our reality, because that's what we do over here at Kohu 32. We use cosmic energies and collective energies in the purest form and in a force, and with the cosmic cycles and with the moon and sun cycles, to use them as clearing like a big machine, because that's what they are, in order to create from what you would seem to be nothing. But that's why we were here, to reenact and reconnect the cosmos to you, your DNA, your body, because we're the processors. We're, I don't know why, but this AI crap. So you realize that artificial intelligence, all it is a really fast processor. It's just a really fast processor. That's all it is. A really fast processor that you tell it what each thing means. Well, whenever you're ascended into the higher consciousness, you come with that processor, and a lot of us already had it. It's why people think we're on some type of speed whenever we're talking, because they've seen people on methamphetamines and they think that we're on methamphetamines, because nobody could just talk as fast. No, you just haven't met anybody that's activated most of their brain. Why do you think everyone's taking the drugs? Because they're trying to activate their brain. Well, you can do it without the drugs. But my point is, that's what we're talking about. Don't assume everybody's getting different pieces. When you turn on an engine for the first time and stuff goes through, woo! You see that? When stuff goes through the engine for the first time, exactly, Alpha Draconic. This is the first degrees of Libra. So this is the energy that came out for us to concentrate on. This is pulling the energy through your body. This is this. But it's a rebel warrior. It's a Venetian goddess too, because you're 33, you're matrix coded. Your body is. So it's like you're more made. When I say you're made from unnatural, it kind of, it's been because it's been done so long, but now it's just a template. It's just you've become a template, the temple, right? This is those Libras. You're a major body healer, but you're connected to others from the inside out. And you have a gut instinct and a higher knowing that's inside that you just cannot explain. But you're a 33 current generator. So when you have this energy and you get it, what you do is is out to everybody on the 33 parallel of the equator. Literally, beginning of degrees of Libra. This is what energy flew out over here on top of this eclipse. So this energy is just coming, all of this is what's coming through your body. So, realize that and realize all this has little codes in it and realize that your body knows how to read those codes, and that's how you end up in the situations that you end up in if you're not conscious. If you're not conscious, which is what they were attempting to do. So I am going to pull these real quick. And then what also flew out, what also flew out on the ground with this one was the exact opposite of that. Number 14, Virgo. What I call it Vegulus, because it's the new Regulus. Regulus moved 2018. Big stars move. Just takes a million years. Well, Regulus moved into Virgo. The energy of Earth. This is where quantum came in and all this, right? It's the highest frequency. It's the highest frequency on Earth. You're connected to all the archangels, but you're the frequency of the archangels, not the rest of it. Just the stuff that floats up. And everything's 4 to 1. So you everything around you, you blend 4 and make it 1. You're a current grid breaker and starter. You're a crystal child and you're a complete mirror. Me and Natalie have this. And if you have this energy, and so this is Virgo 0 to 4 degrees. If you have any energy 0 to 4 degrees Virgo, we'll be talking a lot about that too. And Inspired Alignment, check out her channel because we're talking more about this. But we have this energy, and we're still like really putting our minds together because we used this energy in order to complete everything we did last year and set everything up that's coming this next 9 months because it's already done. We did it last year as a collective. All the physics that we did, everything that we walked through to clear the DNA from what I called Shaw, which is 0 point, which is basically walking dead ancestors past from one connect to another on land, completing things for them, basically. But what's trippy about this energy, this 0 to 4 degrees Virgo, which is what a lot of the space stuff was all set up around. There's so much manipulation with Virgo, right? Because it's the harvest, it's the wheat, it's all the energy of the lower houses that humans are creating. Is that you mirror? It's like your energy field is so pure in certain situations, in certain lineups, that what you end up doing is mirroring the people around you 100% almost. Is like is Now this is only in certain situations, like that we had to really use this energy, right? So we're really starting to understand it. And this is crystal children that have 7 empty houses. And even as you come through ascension, each of us is becoming more of a mirror. But this would be almost like an etheric body being able to mirror back to you whatever's coming out of you, and it become reality at the same time. It's completely self-aware energy. If you've done any research or know anything about clones and cloning, and that verbiage is the best place that I've been able to find what we're doing here, uh, with the abilities and gifts. And it's important, and we're going to be talking a lot about this, because I believe in most situations, especially all of us that go through the ascended processing, right? When you there, because no matter, there's a point in time that you'll hit this mirror stage, and you know 21, 22 is when the collective hit it. I mean, every single one of us has had a mimic problem, right? Or somebody trying to take this, take that. But what it was a full energetic bubble that was created in order to have something to interact with to get through it. And it's a trip. It's a trip. Before I do these cards, just real quick, I wanted to show y'all, here is the portal. See how we're lined up from Fomalhaut over here, Andromeda, and these are strings, the red are rubber bands. We got Fomalhaut's right here. It goes over to Mars. It's about to link in right before the mind. It's not in the mind, it's right before the mind. We've got Venus holding anchor right here. I'm sorry, Mercury holding anchor over Uranus. Mercury's about to go over Uranus. It's conjunct right now. So it's a good time to change your mind about stuff. Andromeda and Jupiter both conjunct. Sun and Jupiter both conjunct, and it's holding. This gate is holding. See, Andromeda's right here. Nothing's coming through this gate in Andromeda that ain't supposed to be in this realm. I can tell you that. It's not, you're not going to be able to get through it. It's going to frack. And this is the physics that it's set up to do. So there is the portal. We'll kind of be watching that. And then I'm going to pull, see what other messages come out. There's that static card. It's not even one of the cards in the deck. It's just, whoa. I got one that flew over there on top of my dog. So check that out. Wow. Man, it trips me out. Out of all the cards in the deck, we get the ones that are all black and white, black and tan. That separation. This is a static card, but this is actually, look at the depths. This is just static from the data of the energy that was in my room this night. See the being right there? This is what happened. This is the same thing as the eclipse card that I've been showing, except with data and the black and white. Okay, so this is static. But again, the moon's going over this right now. And what are we doing? We're reading static. We already have that in our processor. But this is what's happening. There's a merger. This is what this card looks like on the back. 44 alignments are merging with 88 gates. 44 and 88 merging in the middle for that connection. And then the numbers on it are 555. This is also the Egyptian. This would be the Egyptian. This is the divine masculine, divine feminine, together, working together in the brain. 10501 is another number on the back, 070, and also 1515. And then this last card, I call this, because this is Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. So this card to me is, see all the doors back there? It's clearing, it's like old timeline stuff. It connecting timelines, merging timelines, visiting other timelines, right? Pulling again in that tunnel, right? Interesting. Those pulled out so cool. Let me do. If y'all like this, could y'all give me a thumbs up, please? I never ask y'all. And the brand is, we're so excited because we're seeing how these colors all, oh my gosh, I got the formal hot card. The website will be up by the end of the month. Man, when you're all over the world and working through a developer and graphics on this side and graphics on the other, pulling data from here to there. This picture won't go from here because it's got to go through here. That's that's what's going on right now energetically with all of it. But there is always a way. This is the Archangel card basically. It's focused on energetic perspective. Whatever the emotional feeling is, you should focus on the energetic program of what made you feel that way. And this is also this formal, this Milky Way, and there's the archangels, but focus on the higher perception of what's going on to stay on target. See that imagery? And remember, I told you so. But also, this card, that this energy was very, I was in this energy, and I'm kind of repairing this part of my journey because this energy is Antarian, but not in a bad way. See, because Antarian energy, you have to have that Antarian energy. You have to, like, in your process of creating, if you're going to build a company or build a family or build a house or whatever, right? It's like you have to come up with a plan. You've got to get in that Antarian energy. You've got to go network. You have to do those pieces. But if you don't balance it out and step back and understand how the process of energy works, then what you do is overdrive yourself and overshoot your projection and get all out of alignment and burned out. This 2018, when we were coming through and doing all this, you know, we were the rebel. We were the rebel. We were all coded to be the rebel. I mean, those of us that have a lot of Lyra energy, I mean, hell, literally the best way to get a lot of Lyra and Capricorn, Lyra at Starseeds, the best way to get us to do something is to tell us to do the opposite. Because literally every single Lyra being, you're set to do the opposite. Why? Because unconsciously you knew you was coming in the matrix and everything's opposite down here. Literally. So whenever we first activated in 2018 as a collective, it's like we had to have this. We're going to get them all. We got to get them. We got to get them. We got to get them, right? Well, that's this energy. Now that we know everything that we know, we don't fight. That I'm not, I got to get them. There's no attack energy that we're going to throw out because that's going to end up pointing right back in our face. Now, it don't mean that we're just going to let it slide. It don't mean that there's not other ways to deal with it. But this is where you're dealing with supernatural collective energies like Kali. I mean, we just won the whole war. None of us own a gun. We didn't shoot nobody. Nothing like that. This is Judah stuff. This is divine intervention. This is what those that are still coming against us do not want to admit that spirit is real, that the collective, and there are different type of angelic, if you want to call it that, but there are different consciousnesses that are protecting others, and it's how it's set up to be. But if when we throw energy in an eclipse, in the separation of entire physics of the cosmos, if I throw that at somebody else, it's coming right back at me. Even if I'm just the one spilling the tea about it. Even if I'm just the one spilling the tea about it, and I won't shut up, and I keep saying it or talking it or whatever, 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 whatever. Because the truth is, for all of us that went through this last ascension, we did it to ourselves in some way. We did why it got out of hand and why it got so bad, and those of us that have been in it and that have worked through the process and talked to many others, that from what you'd even consider the other enemy side, maybe, is that, and they had gifts and they were using them and being paid to use them. Okay. But whenever the leaders in the past week have kind of had some conversations, and when we've known this, but we haven't verbally said it to each other, but just, I know in the past we did it to each other because they didn't have the power to stop either. There is no power greater force than the ones that we carry right now. So if something is stopping us, it's our power that's being used against us. But it was us doing it to us. We have no idea what your twin has been through. We only have one perception. We only have one angle. It's the same thing that we get upset because they don't know the full story either. The truth is, it was kept from both of us on both sides. If you have a twin, or if you know that you're coming in alignment, yes, it was stalled. Yes, it was tried to be mimicked. Yes, all that shit happened. But the truth is, if we wouldn't have been going after each other in 2018, there wouldn't have been any energy to even make the play to do it. And those of us at the highest have known that for a minute, which is why there is no fight going on in this tunnel. If you want to argue about it, you can go to the depths and have it out. But it's no longer in the current of a union cycle. The lessons were learned, they're there, they're in place, and now we're connecting. So anyway, I hope, let me out. One more thing. One more thing, one more thing. I shoveled these already. And we had the King of Cups. That's why he's been sitting there. It was understanding. It was at the bottom of the deck. We've got reward, 4 of Wands, coming out on number 32, Pisces. Oh, on the board, we've got Aries, Pisces, Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, double Pisces, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Come on, tell us what's up. Come on, give us some more. So we got 4 and 10, that's 14. Oh, transformation, death, and transformation. Welcome to the tunnel. Oh, there it is. One more. Ah. And the Queen of Swords. And she landed reverse, like I just said. No fighting. No fighting in the tunnel. Queen's got her sword down. We're too tired now. Just all fishies get on and everybody chill out. I'll be back in the next few days, I'm sure, to keep walking us through the energy. Please let me know how this eclipse energy plays out in your field and others, so it helps others. And I will be back soon.